Hi everybody, welcome to Creative Crush with Erin Tracy. My next interview coming up is with a neuroscientist named Funnier. He studies the neuroscience of joke formation and comedy. So in the spirit of that, I'm bringing you 6 strategies for being funny in conversation. This might seem a little bit silly with everything that's going on in the world right now, but I think we need humor now more than ever. There have also been scientific studies that talk about how important humor is in difficult times and how people that can look at challenges with a sense of humor tend to do better facing those challenges. Think about it. There have been so many comedians that have gotten in trouble for doing terrible things that somehow still have careers. Surely it's not because they're just straight white guys. That's gonna get me canceled. Okay, I'm not gonna go into a whole joke writing workshop, but I am gonna say, number 1, let's go through some quick strategies for coming up with funny things to say in the moment. So the first is, we'll call it 1A, associative thinking. This is like this because punchline. You've heard it, you know it, you love it, you can use it. If something the other person is saying or something you're discussing is bringing up an idea of another thing and you can find a quick connection between those things, usually you can make a joke about it. Cheese boards and polyamory, I mean, that's easy because that's just about having lots of options. And how nobody likes Swiss. Sorry, Swiss. The next thing is honesty. You'd be amazed if you just honestly address the thing that is happening in the moment. So the other night, the police knocked on my door. They just had gotten a call because they heard someone fighting and they said, "Was someone fighting in your apartment?" And I said, "No, I just live here with my dog and we haven't fought for days." They did not laugh, but they should have. Commentary. What do you have to say about it? You know what I mean? Like if you can think of a quick quip or a funny comment on a thing, go for it. And the last is emotion. So if it makes you feel a certain way, especially a way that maybe wouldn't necessarily be expected, sometimes that can be a good starting point for how to be a little silly with someone. Number 2, know your audience. Different people have different levels of context for you. So likely if you're talking with your friends or your family, they'll get that joke you make about the pony, Petey, you had when you were growing up. You lucky son of a bitch, you. But your cashier at Ralph's probably won't get your joke about Petey unless you give them some background information. Actually, the more I think about that, you probably should leave the Ralph's person alone because they're working really hard and they don't need your bullshit. Same thing if you're like on a Zoom meeting for work, probably don't want to tell dick jokes. Unless you're an urologist. Number 3, listen. Sounds so easy. In theory. Just listening to the conversation can help you riff on what's happening in the moment. What you don't want to do is force fit old jokes that you've written into the conversation because inevitably the person you're talking to will be like, huh? Which brings us to number 4. Don't be an ass. I'm just tired of people thinking that being edgy is the same as being funny, because it's not. If there's no point to it, you're just being a jerk. Also, you don't need to neg someone to get them to laugh. Likely they already feel ugly and fat and like they're wearing a stupid t-shirt. Make fun of your own stupid t-shirt. It will make them like you more. In fact, what you want is for the other person to really trust you. That's what gives you the ability to joke with someone. And you leaving space for them to be funny too, because this isn't your Netflix special. Which brings me to number 5. Be a human being. Don't hold the person hostage with your jokes. You know those people that are like on all the time and they're looking for everything you say to be a setup for a punchline that they're gonna jump in and make and like nail it and make a home run? Those people are exhausting. If you have to choose between like being a good listener and a human being in a conversation and being funny every second of that conversation, I hope you choose being a human being for the sanity of everyone. Number 6, relax and have fun. Easier said than done. I know, especially right now, because I feel like quarantine is just the same as stewing in social anxiety for long periods of time. It's like I miss people and I want to be around them, and at the same time I never want to interact with another person again. I think though, if you're having fun, people will want to have fun with you. So instead of being like all uptight about like, oh, what's the next funny thing I'm gonna say? Like, relax and just let the conversation flow. And people always like to be around other humans that are enjoying themselves. That's it. 6 strategies for being funny in conversation. I demonstrated none of these things because I live alone. So the only conversations I'm having right now are with my dog and my refrigerator and my insecurities. So practice these. Practice these on your Zoom conversations, your chats with your buddies on the phone, and I hope this brings a little fun way of looking at the world, even in the midst of all the madness that's happening. Come back next week. We've got our interview with Ori Amir. In the meantime, please like, subscribe, hit the little bell so you know when the new episodes are. Write in the comments below some things that you do to be conversationally funny, or maybe one of your favorite jokes. We'd love to hear them. And I'll see you soon.